So that's pretty close. Now first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the top down now. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to just highlight all these tracks. Make sure I got all my drums in here. And then I'm going to add bus for selected channels. So this is going to be my drum bus. So now all my drum, everything is coming through there. I'm going to pop over to Universal Audio. This is usually the first thing that I put on my drums. This is a pull tech. This is I usually don't use the Pro, but we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna see if there's any good drum presets in here. Drum overheads, master stuff. Okay, that's why I don't use the Pro because there's no presets. Okay, remove. I'm gonna bring in this bad boy, the regular full tech legacy. Classic here because I know that this one has, let's see, we'll try meaty punch first. Holy shit. Now it's clipping like a motherfucker. That's not drums sound a lot more together with that. I'm going to try this meaty punch preset first. Okay, I love the sound of that. It just keeps clipping out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a limiter and I'm just going to put a negative 6 dB limiter at the end of that because that preset sounds great. I can definitely work with that on the drums. I'm just going to use regular stock limiter on this. This is my go-to to just calm shit down. And I'm gonna go to negative 3 dB limiting. We're gonna use a soft clip for it because it's gonna clip. I mean, this thing is just loud as fuck. So. When this shit drops, we want it to drop. We want these drums to drop hard in the master. So. So, drums are sounding pretty damn good. So, I'm going to pop over here and, they're still not super together. I'm going to grab Pro C. I'm going to keep going on the drums and get them close to finish. The growl I really want to saturate, but I'm going to wait. So, we're going to do drum bus. We're going to do big smack. For this limiter. Now, you can see right now that this is my 808 track right here. You can see that thing is hitting at negative 12, but it is just absolutely banging through the mix. So that just goes to show you you don't have to saturate the fuck out of the 808. You don't have to boost it up to negative 0.2 to make it punch through the mix. You can just EQ that thing and then your whole kit is gonna sound good. It doesn't have to be nothing. It don't have to be nothing crazy. I'm gonna put this snare trill over just a little bit to the right. This goes all the way to the right 100. I'm gonna put it 18 over to the right. I'm gonna put this backup snare to the left 30, and then the main snare over to the left 10, just to try to create a little bit more space. And then also the snare is a little bit harsh. I love the EQ of it. The tuning is great, but it's a little bit harsh. It don't have no reverb love right now. So we're gonna pop in here. I'm gonna put this reverb plate on it from Arturia. Thank you, Arturia, for this lovely Christmas gift that I use on every fucking snare. If you've ever seen me mixing, 99% of the time I'm going to put this on a snare. I'm going to pull this frequency boost back to about 1300, maybe like 11. We'll put it around 11. And I'm going to boost it. I'm going to boost the shit out of it, because that's where I want that reverb to be. And it sounds crazy right now, but when I turn this thing down, it's going to sound beautiful. Alright, so I got it all right now. I got it all the way wet. I got the drive all the way wet. The model is on a classic. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to leave it on a classic. Blend all the way wet with 100. I changed. If you go to advanced on this plugin, you go to the post equalizer. You got frequency boost here. I'm boosting it says 1094, but around 1100 hertz. I'm boosting it 6 decibels because that's where I want this reverb to sit. And you can hear, like, this is why I left it turned up, so you can hear exactly where I want that reverb. Now I'm gonna bring it way back, where I can barely hear it. Now you can hear it chill that thing way out, but now it's sitting so nicely in the mix it sounds like it's actually in that kit. And now what I'm listening to is I'm hearing the snare trill. So I'm gonna loop this little trill part right here because it doesn't sound great. I need it to snap. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna solo it. I'm gonna solo it by itself. Boom, snare trill. Okay, so it's not snappy enough for me. It's a little too like muddy. So I'm gonna try to EQ it into making it sound how I want it to sound. And I'm thinking, so there's like a phone setting that's normally used for like vocals on here, but this is kind of like the frequencies that I want out of this snare drum. It's kind of boosted at 1500, boosted at 1K, boosted at like 26. So when it cuts everything else out. So let's see what that sounds like. Okay. So that's kind of what I want from that. And then without it, kind of muddy. It's got kind of a little bit of bass in it and stuff. And then back on. And that's going to allow me to turn this thing up too. And I can reverb it a little bit more. Okay, cool. So let's see how it sounds in the mix. Let's go back here. Let's change my loop up. Okay, so it still doesn't quite have as much like clack on the high end as I want, so I'm gonna scoop this up. That's what I'm looking for right there. Boom. Super easy. Oh, I'm missing a kick drum here. That's a problem. I don't have a kick drum on my fucking one. Okay. So now we're gonna get rid of fucking everything. Just like this. Bye bye everybody. Boom. And we gotta put a kick drum on the one because I knew something didn't sound right when that was transitioning over. Boom. Okay. And you know what? I'm gonna put a kick drum on this one too, even though it fades out afterwards. Let's see. Okay, cool. So now I can run everything back out again. I know I keep going back and forth with this because I think I'm done editing, but I'm not. It happens a lot. Okay. Okay, so the swag cello here. We gotta chill this thing out too. It's a little fucking crazy. So let's put the same Supermassive on. This thing's been working for fucking everything in this track, so why not? if it ain't broke. Okay. Damn it. Right when I drug everything back out and thought I was done editing, I'm not, because now what I want is I want the same piano, but I want it an octave down. So I'm going to duplicate track complete. I'm going to take this. I'm going to right click it, transpose it to -12, and then I'm going to turn it down. Just going to be in the background. Because I don't have a lot in that mid section there, so that's kind of what we want. I'm going to turn the reverb way the fuck down, because now that there's two of them, it's going absolutely ape shit. Okay. So I just panned my high piano like 50% left, and the lower piano 50% right. Just to kind of see what it sounds like. It's the same one on this side. So that's kind of cool. Panned it out, gives a little bit more of a spread during the verses. I just got to duplicate these tuned down ones. Okay, so this melody in the chorus sounds like a damn cinematic some shit. So I'm gonna take my little tape mellowify thing here and fucking make it weird. Let's warm it up a little bit. Give a little bit of love. I fucking love this plugin. I've been using it a bunch since I got it. I gotta update my plugin thumbnail because I can't ever see it down here. So we're gonna do that. So let's see. Let's just loop this bad boy real quick so I can tune her in here. So that sounds way cool. Put a shitload of reverb on it. I'm going to slow this thing down and see if it's okay to stretch out like this. Cool. So that kind of worked out. I'm just going to bring it back. Let's see. Nice. Cool. So we're going to do the same thing back here. We're going to copy the swag cello. Fucking love that name. And you know, I'll turn this thing way down. It doesn't need to be. Okay, cool. So now one other thing that I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to really make that kick drum fucking bang. If you've never done this before, I don't think you would be watching this stream. But so I'm going to put a compressor on the 808, and I'm going to sidechain that compressor to my kick drum. Classic. We're going to do super fast attack. We're going to do pretty damn quick release. We're going to do pretty high ratio, pretty low threshold, 16 dBs. Let's see what that sounds like. That transition. I wanted to go cut to. We're gonna go to 30-second notes. Side. Could have just copied and pasted it, but it's such a quick move though. Okay, so we're reverbing the fuck out of that intro one. We're going to saturate the fuck out of it too. We're going to put something just fucking intense on it. Maybe a guitar amp, stoner amp. Sounds like something to go through. Fucking shit, that's cool. Now we gotta put it on all of them though. Oh my god, it's gonna completely change the whole fucking mix. I gotta turn the level down. Nope, let's just volume drop down a little bit. Oh, it's so cool though. Fuck. Okay, fine. We're gonna have to remix this whole fucking song maybe, but I gotta do it because it sounds cool. Now it just sounds like an electric guitar sample. Man, it's too intense like that. Like the drive is just way too fucking high. Maybe it's fine in the intro. Okay. Shit. I'm not mad at that. Listen to transition. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to duplicate the track complete. In the outro, I'm going to remove that so it goes back to just the original sample. Yeah, 89. Okay, I'm fine with that mix. It's pretty good. I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna do a quick master. And yeah, we'll fucking wrap it up here. Okay, I'm gonna go back to waves again. Waves mastering stereo. I'm just gonna drag it onto my thing here. And then right after that, I'm going to pull a PreSonus limiter. We're going to do 0 dB limiting just so I'm not going over, because I mean I can crush it into this limiter and it'll probably be fine. I mean, it's all digital instruments and shit, so 0 dB. This is going to keep me from clipping, even if I want to crank some shit up in the master. And I haven't mastered anything like really clean with this yet, so let's try and make it pop. that fucking just master preset sounds incredible, and it brought me right up to volume. There's no like crazy clipping. Okay, but I hear in these pianos when it fades out and goes to the next phrase that it sounds super not good. So I'm just going to make them really small fade outs. I'm just going to go in here to all three of the middle ones, and we're going to make them small little baby fades. I think it sounds good in the end going into the chorus, but right here they do not sound good. So I'm just going to pretty much unfade them almost. So, gosh, I went back all the way from mastering to mixing. Skip mixing, went right back to editing. Okay, welcome to Beef Stewdio. Take the same sidechain compressor that I put on the 808, and I'm going to put it on the piano and see what the fuck that does. So the kick will also be compressing the piano. Sounds pretty fucking cool. All right. I think I'm done with this thing. It's mastered up to volume. The master sounds good. I mean, I pretty much mixed it how I wanted to, so I didn't need to do much with that master. I just popped that preset on there. Most of the time I have to at least tweak the presets, but I kind of already had everything how I wanted it. That's all digital instruments. So this has been a quick one, guys. I'm going to run this mix down, and unless I hear something crazy, then we're gonna call it a night. So, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Charlton, over at Tonal Autonomy, for letting me start to take over on Wednesdays. This is super fun. It helps me be productive on Wednesday night and just make something new from scratch and do things different how I would normally do it. Because normally I would never start from a sample. Normally, he and I both play a bunch of instruments, and normally we make the samples and don't start from them. So this is really cool to kind of do everything inside the box and not and kind of have to rely on what I have just in the computer. Like everything that I've done, like you can do without any instruments or. You don't even really have to have an interface. You could just have a laptop and a set of headphones, and you could do. What I just did. Some of the plugins I used, I guess, maybe not, but yeah, this one was pretty simple. All my samples are super good. Again, shout out Charlton, Tonal Autonomy. Shout out Christian, Slime Cinema. It was his drum packs that I was using tonight. And just shout out Wes Murdoch for coming in earlier. If there's anybody still in here, you can check out his Spotify link that he left in the chat. So I'm going to run a mix down on this. Also, we're going to start posting the mix downs that I make from my little sample flips and cookups on the Tonal Autonomy website for free download. And if there's any submissions, if anyone wants to put vocals to any of these tracks, I may do sessions where I mix the vocals in, or if you want to mix them, you know, these we're just gonna give these tracks that I make away for free. So please feel free that if you like them and you want to use them, you want to put your vocals on them, you want to remix them, if you want any samples, whatever, hit us up. Check us out at Tonal Autonomy, man. They're doing some cool shit over there. We got a lot of stuff in the works. So yeah, I'm gonna run this mix down and shut up. And let's see, what are we calling it? TA Twitch, and it is March the 2nd, so 3/2/22. Cool. So here we go. I'm going to master it in real time so everybody can listen to it. And again, thank you for tuning in.